Chatters, chatties, welcome home for a Great American Chat, a podcast where we chat about great American media. I'm Chad Maurice with someone who should be named Chapstick because she is the bomb. It's Cricket.
Hey, Chad, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
I'm doing well. How's your car doing is the better question.
Yes, everyone. I couldn't do this last week because I was having car problems and I was stuck away from my home out of town and I couldn't get home to do the podcast. I hate cars. I hate putting money into cars. I hate driving cars. I hate everything about cars. I hate owning cars.
Oh my goodness. I felt so bad for you, Chad. I just have to tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
I
What
can
do we got?
imagine.
Oh, we
Victoria.
got. Oh, Victoria's here already. Hey, what's
Mhm.
happening? Hello. So, let's see. You know what? Hold on. Let me get rid of that chat box just for now. Oh, Melissa Graves. Hey,
Hey,
Melissa.
Melissa.
So, we have a lot to chat about tonight.
Yes,
But
we do.
first, we have to hear about your weekend with Trevor.
It was phenomenal. It really was. Some of us girls got there on Friday afternoon, hung out a little bit outside, then had some lunch. Um, just got to see everybody from last year and some new people as well. But yeah, we had our casino night on Saturday. Well, Saturday morning first, we toured the um, animal shelter, the Paws Place
Hmm.
dog shelter, and so Trevor toured there, and we actually live streamed that on YouTube,
Hmm.
which was amazing. The Dono fans got to go around with him as well, and then we actually helped volunteer for a little bit to show our support to the shelter as well, and they were so amazing. The staff there, they were so gracious. They let us come in. We got to play with the dogs. We got to, hang out with Trevor also. It was just
Uh-huh.
amazing. It was such an amazing time. And then, of course, casino night was great. Got to get all dressed up and, play some casino games. And then, the surprise of the evening was Bill Abbott was there from Great American Family and his
Yeah.
family as well. So we got to chat with Bill as well. So it was an amazing night. I wasn't expecting all that, so it was a great surprise.
Oh, that's neat. That's wonderful. Did they raise a lot of money? Do you know?
I believe so. I want to say they were at 85 or 90,000, I think, or maybe 95,000. I can't remember. They raised a lot of money. They did about the same last year, but I think this year they may have raised a little bit more.
Oh,
So we'll
that's good.
see. I want
And
to
how
see the
much? And
total.
how much did you win?
You know what? And I have to be honest here because I don't want to like lie to anybody. I did not play one casino game at all this
Oh,
year.
jeez.
I didn't play
Oh
cards.
man.
All I did was talk with the Dono fans and have fun and just kind of walked around, and it was so much fun. I mean, it's only from like 7 to 11, so the time goes so quick. It may have been
Oh
only
wow.
10, I can't remember. So, yeah, it goes by very quickly. So,
Ah, so no blackjack for you? No slot machines?
well, they didn't have slot machines. They only have
Oh, they
card
didn't.
games. Yes. But then
Oh,
they have raffles for all these items. And one of our Donna fans, Lori, she actually won a ring. Like, I think it was like a sapphire and ruby ring or something like that.
oh,
She won
wow.
that. Yeah. So it was so much fun. We had a great time. We really did. And, Bill and Trevor were so gracious. We got to get pictures with them, selfies with them. And it was great. Such a great weekend.
Oh, that's great. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I have to ask,
Mhm.
did you get lucky?
Well, I didn't play anything, so no, I didn't get lucky.
No, did you get lucky with Trevor?
Oh, you're so funny. Of course not, Chad.
But you two look so chummy in that video you posted.
Well, that's the thing. In Palm Beach, he did the same thing, if you remember right, with Susan and I, and he accidentally hit the record button. And so it's kind of a thing now that I guess him and I are gonna do from now on. So yeah, we just continued that trend. So yeah.
All
So
right.
in
Well,
all perspective, so I kind of did get lucky. I got a video with
you
Trevor.
got a
So yes,
video
I
with
did,
Trevor.
Chad.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Oh, I just noticed Kat's here. Hey, Kat.
Hi,
Good to see
Cat.
you. All right, so we're diving into Crossroad Springs. It is back.
Mhm.
Back for 4 episodes. We're going to chat about 2 of them tonight, episode 7 and episode 8. Let's see. Do you know the title for episode 7?
I knew you were going to ask me this, and I was sitting there watching TV last night. I'm like, I better write this down because he's gonna ask. No, I don't know. Long story short, I don't know.
All right, take a guess. Can you take a guess?
For the first one, New
Yeah.
Beginnings. I don't know.
New Beginnings. Okay. I think that was the title of one of the When Hope Calls episodes. I
Oh,
think.
maybe it was.
I
Maybe
think it
that's why it
was.
popped into my
I
head.
think when they came back this past season, I think that was the title of the return episode. So it's called Stay in Your Lane.
Oh, that's right. It is. You're right. I do remember that now.
Yeah. Do you have your notes up? Do you have the synopsis in front of you? I was going to have you read the synopsis. Do you have it?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I'll read it.
Sorry.
I'll read it then. All right. When faith and family are tested in Crossroad Springs, Pastor James' new cowboy church becomes a beacon of renewal for a community facing change, revealing that staying true to one's calling can lead to unexpected grace. It's kind of vague. Not doesn't really have much to do. It doesn't really give you
Hmm.
much details about the episode, really. Is directed by Marco, and I'm going to butcher this last name. I don't know how to say it. Difemia. I don't know, something like that. It's written by another name I can't pronounce, Paula Tiberis, something like that. So this episode is very interesting because we found out 2 bits of information that we've been wondering for the past 6 episodes. We found out where the Hedges are from,
Hmm.
and we found
Indiana.
yeah, yeah, that's right. Still don't know why they came to town, but we found out where they're from though.
Hmm.
And we also, I don't know if you noticed this, but we found out what state Crossroad Springs is in.
Oh, you know what? I think I did know that, but it's not in my memory right now. Tell me what it
Ah,
is, Chad, and I'll say if it was or not, because I
oh
think
no,
I
we'll
know,
we'll
but
we'll we'll get into it. We'll get into it
okay.
because it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. So we got some storylines here. We got this quarry storyline.
Mhm.
We got this new doctor storyline. Ooh,
Oh
that's a good
yeah.
one. We got the
Mm-hmm.
cowboy church. We
Mm-hmm.
get to meet Maggie's mother in this episode. And we have this other story, Daniel trying to modernize the Newman Ranch, and he's got some
Mm-hmm.
new farming techniques up his sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get into the quarry first, because this opening scene is pretty interesting. No, oh, so I meant to ask you the last time we chatted. I meant to ask you if you thought this episode would pick up right where the last one left off, or if there'd be like a forward momentum in time or not. I forgot to
Right.
ask you that. So we found out the episode picks up a few months after the last episode
Yes.
because
Mm-hmm.
Willis is writing checks to
To
the
Daniel.
Newmans for the
Mm-hmm.
quarry, and he's saying he's been writing checks for a few months.
Yep.
So I got to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
how many months is a few months to you?
Two.
Well, two would be a couple, wouldn't it?
Couple, but 2 to 3 then. Okay. I'll say 2 to 3.
Okay, 2 to 3. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I think two. A couple is like 2. A few to me is like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
A few months,
Yeah.
but if you're thinking 6 months, 6 months is more than a few months, right?
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
Six
That's a
months is
half a
like that's
year.
a half a year. Yeah,
Yeah, that's way more than a couple or a
yeah.
few. Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
so that makes this opening scene really confusing, ridiculous in my opinion. The timeline that's going on here. There's a conversation going on between Aunt Amy, James, and Willis, and James and Willis are sitting around at the kitchen table, and Willis is writing checks to the Newmans,
Mm-hmm.
and Amy is like doing dishes in the sink. They're talking about how they love spring, how they love the early morning light in the spring, and how the sun comes up earlier. Now, now this makes no sense because in the spring, the sun comes up later due to the time change.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right now, I'm in New York. The sun doesn't come up till 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm thinking while I'm watching this episode, I don't know what drugs they're smoking in Crossroad Springs or what
But
world they're living in where the sun's coming up earlier in the spring.
with their, well, I mean, depending where they live and what state they live in, does that matter?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't understand that.
Well, Chad, there's just some things we don't understand. We just have to roll with it, we just have to
Yeah,
go with it.
I guess so. Especially since we think it takes place on the East Coast, on the Northeast, right? Or you
No, I
know,
thought Chicago, somewhere close to Chicago, I
well,
thought.
still the sun doesn't come up early in the
No, it
springtime.
does not.
No,
I'm
no.
Midwest and I know for a fact it
Yeah,
doesn't.
you're in Indiana. You know it doesn't come up till later in the spring.
Yeah, we just sprang forward that weekend I was in that charity event. And let me
Yeah,
tell you, that next
yeah.
day was rough.
Yeah. Yeah, Kat says a writer must live in Arizona. Yeah, where the sun comes up the same time every year. I don't know. So James talks about it being spring and almost Easter. And
Hmm.
like I said, Willis says he's been writing checks for a few months. So this doesn't make a lot of sense because that means the last episode would have taken place in the winter,
Hmm.
right? If it's spring. But in
Yeah.
the last episode, the grass was green, there was no snow on the ground, and they were getting hit by a summer storm, remember?
Yes, yes.
So
But
I'm like,
you never know. Weather's crazy, Chad. I mean, just to give you some perspective on that,
yeah,
we were 70 degrees, and then 2 days later, we had snow, and we were down to 29.
yeah,
So
yeah.
anything is possible. So I
That's
mean, I
true.
have to give them a break on that.
That's true. Yeah, it went here. It went from 65 to
Hmm.
25 in less than 12 hours. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
maybe Easter they'll have a nor'easter.
So
Who
that's
knows?
crazy because I'm thinking writing a check for a few months, let's say it's March, that means the last episode would have occurred in like December
Yeah.
or November, maybe. I mean, that
Right.
I know there would have been snow on the ground or something. They would have been wearing winter jackets or something.
Something. Yeah. I'm still waiting for you to tell me where they live, because then maybe I can defend them a little
Oh,
bit
that's coming. That's coming. That's coming. Yeah. So now there's another ridiculous part of the scene. I'm gonna show a screenshot here. All right, you see that screenshot?
Yes,
And you probably remember this. They showed it really quick.
I do remember. Yeah.
It's
I
Willis.
didn't look at it closely enough, though.
It's Willis writing a check to Daniel Newman for $1,000 for the quarry.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you notice in the upper right hand corner, the check is dated January 1st.
Maybe they were just flashing back to that first check. Okay, Chad? Maybe that's what it was.
now, now, whoops, let me put you over. Now, the last time I checked, you know,
No pun intended.
the the, the last time I checked, let's see, spring and Easter don't occur in January, right?
No, they don't. Man, that car, I'm glad that car got fixed.
So that means if it is January, that would make sense that the last episode would occurred like near the end of the summer.
Yeah,
But
true.
I don't know. It can't be January because they're talking about spring and Easter.
True. That's true. Well, maybe these episodes were supposed to go on last season.
Well,
Maybe.
no, because they only filmed 6 episodes, and then the network demanded more. They wrapped up the filming and
Well,
shut
maybe
everything
then
down.
some of those episodes from last season were supposed to be a continuance for the next season, and maybe they put them in on the end of last season, maybe.
I don't know. The network decided we wanted 4 more episodes, so then they started production back up on these episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty wild. Uh,
Boy, Chad, usually I'm the one who catch this kind of stuff. You're on it this time.
now, also, where do I have? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Let's go back and look at that check again. All right. Take a close look at the address on the check. I don't know if you can see it.
I can't because I'm on my phone, so I can't see. It's too small.
Okay. Well, in the upper left corner, it shows Willis's address. It says Willis Hamilton, and it says I don't know what the street number is, but the street is, it's like, I think it says 57 or 67, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Maggie Hollow Road is the street that they live on. Cross, and underneath there on the street address, it says Crossroad Springs, comma, Andalin, I think is the way you pronounce it. So
And a win.
apparently they live in a fictitious state called Andalin because that's the address on the check.
Okay, okay. I have to admit that they should have watched that. That should have been fixed. I
Yeah,
mean, if they're going to use the real state of Indiana, why not use a different state? Like, but I wonder, maybe it's a city with a county.
but it says on this check now, also on this receipt above the check, under the check, there's a receipt, a payment receipt from the Newmans that's dated July 10th, 2025.
Oh, geez.
All right. And on the receipt it says Elm Shade County, that's the county they live in,
Okay.
comma, Commonwealth of Andalin. So
Okay.
Andalin is the state.
Andalin is the state. Okay. Well, man, I need to know where this place is because they've been hiding this state. I need to know.
Maybe it's the 51st state.
I don't know. I don't know, but we need to figure out where this is at because I want to go visit this place.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they didn't just use a real state, you
Yeah,
know?
I
I
want to
don't
know
know.
now. Now I'm
Yeah.
curious.
So
Like
I
they need
thought
to
so I
explain.
thought this the opening scene was so interesting. So much information came out of it.
Right? So much to talk about.
Yeah. So then after this scene, Daniel has words with Willis. Daniel's ATV is back. We got to see that again.
Yep, I saw that. Yep.
Uh I know. Kat says, why did they do that? They didn't even need to show the check. I know, you're right. They didn't, but they showed a close up of the check. And I had to freeze the frame. I had to see what was on that check.
Yes. And I usually do that. Like when they have letters or something, like when Hope calls, when she had the one letter, Cindy Busby's character, and I,
Uh,
I like froze it on the paper and I had to read it. And it was all legit. I think it was when she was stealing it out of the Mounties, whatever.
yeah,
When she
yeah,
was,
yeah. On When
I
Hope
had to,
Calls. Yeah.
yeah, so
Uh-huh.
yeah, I'm the
It
same
was
way.
it was a telegram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So Willis delivers the quarry rental check to Daniel. Willis throws some insults at him. Daniel tells Willis he needs to modernize his ranch or he is going to lose his land. And Willis doesn't want to hear anything he has to say. He says, I've been running Red Oak for years and I don't need your advice. And then Daniel does say a very nice thing. Daniels warns Willis, he says, that you will lose Red Oak if you don't modernize it and change the way you're doing things. He says, and I don't want to see that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So Daniel showed his good side again.
Yeah. Yes, he
Yeah,
did. He
yeah,
did.
yeah. But Willis just isn't listening to him.
He's hard headed, he's got to go with all the ancestors from before.
Uh huh. So I think the quarry was just the first step. I think the Newmans are still after the Hamilton land. I think
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they might be. At least Uncle Jackson is for sure.
Yep. Way Uncle Jackson. Yes.
Yeah,
He
I don't think
definitely.
Daniel is, but I think Uncle Jackson is.
No, I think
Yeah,
Daniel just wants to do what his dad, wanted him to do, and that's to take care of the land,
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, Uncle Jackson's got a little bit more going on behind the scenes.
yeah. And Daniel just said he doesn't want to see them lose Red Oak.
Mhm.
So then Daniel, we see Uncle Jackson again. He's on the phone with Daniel. So far, we've only seen him on the phone. I thought he was going to come to town in this episode. I thought
Yeah,
he
I
was
did
going to show
too.
up. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what I was expecting. So
Hmm.
we only see him on the phone in this episode and the next episode.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Coward.
Daniel, what would you say?
I said coward.
I still think he's going to come to town.
Yeah, yeah, he'll be coming,
I
I'm
think
sure.
he's going to. Yeah.
Hmm.
Daniel tells him he thinks they are charging the Hamiltons too much to use the quarry
Hmm.
and that Red Oak's farming methods aren't going to last. His uncle says, don't count them out. Their methods have worked for over a century. So what are your thoughts on Uncle Jackson?
I think Uncle Jackson is greedy. I think that, he's been in the big city for so long, probably being a big CEO of the company or whatever, or, controlling things from the city side. And he doesn't have a clue about the land and what Daniel's been doing and, the strategies he's been undertaking. And I think he doesn't have the land or the property, in the mind like Daniel does. I think to him, it's just a chunk of land that's worth money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He just wants to see what he can make a profit on, is my opinion.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And steal everybody's land too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder what his plan is. You said make a profit. I wonder if his plan is take over Red Oak and use it and expand the
hmm
Newman Ranch, or take it over and then sell it. And like you said, make a profit.
I don't know. I
I
think
don't
he's
know.
got big dreams for some sort of resort or something. That's what's popping in my head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like what do they call those? They call them cowboy ranches, but like to make profit instead of having a family do their thing. You know what I mean? It's all for profit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
he's just no good. So.
And in one of their arguments, Daniel says something about, or he says to Daniel, you don't know business or something. And Daniel says, you don't know farming or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, Victoria says Uncle Jackson is played by Jefferson Brown. I know. And he's on
Yep.
When Hope Calls. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. He plays the general store owner on When Hope
Mm-hmm.
Calls. So Willis talks with Mason, the head of the Ranchers Association from before. We've seen him before. Mason shows him a map of the Martha's Quarry and thinks there is a spring feeding Martha's Quarry on the Hamilton land. He says he doesn't know for sure because he is using a water survey from 50 years ago, and a new one would need to be done. So I wasn't expecting this storyline.
Yeah, I
This one
wasn't
caught me
either.
by surprise. I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
expecting them to think to discover like water under their land that they can use
Mm-hmm.
to water their cattle.
Yeah. It's interesting. I wasn't thinking they would go that way either because I'm like, why didn't they come up with this idea a long time ago?
Uh-huh.
But it's a TV series, so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you'd think they would have known their land.
Mhm.
Yeah, they
Right.
would have seen this water table 50 years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. So Willis finds out this information. He calls a family meeting. He tells everyone what Mason told him about the possibility of a stream on their property. They tell him we need to get an updated water table survey. Willis says he is not going to wait. He is going to start digging.
Mhm.
Yeah. And he actually does start digging a little bit with his hands in the next episode.
And yes, he does.
Yeah, he doesn't even use a shovel.
Mm-mm.
So now we got this new doctor. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I knew you'd like her, Chad. I knew it. She had brown hair and brown eyes. I
You
knew
know,
you were all over that.
oh, yeah, we got to talk about this new doctor. You don't have your notes in front of you? No?
No, because I
Oh,
was
okay.
thinking I didn't have any I forgot from season or the first episode that you had
Oh,
sent them to me.
yeah,
But my
okay. All right. I
my
was going to.
iPad is dead, so
Oh,
I can't
all
do
right.
both.
All right. I was going to have you talk about this one. All right. So Janet's boss hired a new doctor to replace Eric,
Hmm.
which I should have thought of that when we were making predictions about what was going to
Yeah.
happen. I should have realized they're going to hire someone to replace Eric. It didn't even dawn on me.
Yeah.
So enter Layla Larkin. Oh, what do you think of Layla?
Well, you know what? I remember her from a Hallmark movie when she played a doctor and she had a prince in her hospital ward for a
Yes, you
while.
got it. You got
Yes,
it.
and I loved her in that movie. So I really do like her
Mm-hmm.
as an actress.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was a little excited to see her. I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, "Ooh, she brings a different dynamic to this."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was exciting to see somebody new coming in that I recognized from another network. So I thought that
Yeah.
was cool.
When the
Mhm.
camera showed her and she stood up from that chair and I saw her, my jaw just dropped because she is played by Caitlin Lieb, and I have been a fan of hers for many years.
Oh,
And
nice.
and like you said, she did that trilogy of Prince movies.
Hmm.
There's three of those movies that
Yes.
she did. And I just happened to rewatch them over the summer. Just got a coincidence. I had no idea she
Hmm.
was going to be on the show, but I just saw them on like the Roku channel or something. So I decided to
Yeah.
watch them. The first one they meet, the second one they get engaged, and the third one they
Yep.
have a baby. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
Mhm.
So I just happened to see those, and I'm like, I couldn't believe. I was like, "That's Caitlin! Oh my gosh!" I'm like, "I'm loving
Yeah.
this." I had no idea
Yeah.
she was going to be on the
I
show. I
know,
was
and I
so
had no
surprised.
idea. I had no idea she was
Yeah,
coming on the show either, and it was a
yeah,
really good surprise.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, so I love her, but I don't know if I like her character yet.
yeah. Her character, yeah. Um, what was I going to say? Oh, it makes sense though because she's Canadian. She's a Canadian actress, so yeah, it makes
Yes.
sense. This film show is filmed in Canada, so
Yeah.
Janet at first is happy to meet her.
Hmm.
But things change by the end of the episode.
Hmm.
Janet has a run in with her. Layla is adjusting the medications on one of Janet's old patients, and Janet tells her she should consult her when dealing with her patients. And Layla pretty much tells her to back off and let me do my job.
Yeah.
I actually love these two going at it all the time. I think
Yeah.
it brings
Well,
a
it,
fun
it kind of
dynamic to the
brings,
show.
yeah, it brings a little drama because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes some of these episodes they are a little slow.
Oh,
And
yeah. Yeah.
it's not because the storyline is slow.
Uh-huh.
Because one of my other friends and I were talking about this. It's almost like I think she had said it was the dialogue was a little slow. And
Hmm.
so like the pausing in between. So
Hmm.
when she came in and they were having this little like
Yeah.
discussion, I was like, ooh, we
Yeah.
got a little drama going on there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
I like
it
it.
was good.
I
Yeah, it
like
was
it. It
really
makes
good.
the clinic more interesting. A
Yes,
lot more
yes.
interesting than when just Derek was there.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think sometimes it doesn't go stale, but it's just soft. Like if I could
Mhm.
characterize what how the storyline is, it's soft. It's
Mhm.
just kind of smooth and runs along, but
Yeah.
we like to have little bumps every now and
Oh
then, you
yeah.
know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Janet tells Amy she is upset that she wasn't involved in hiring a new physician, and Aunt Amy tells her she is too much of a pushover. Pretty much is what she said.
Yeah.
She tells her if you want to talk to someone about your feelings of pride and frustration, you should talk to James. So Janet goes and tells her boss she is unhappy about Layla taking over. Her
Hmm.
boss is like, "What's the problem? You wanted help, and now you have it." He also tells her that the board of directors is looking to make Layla chief of staff.
Hmm.
And
Passing her right on up.
Janet definitely does not like that. So
No.
Victoria thinks that Eric might be coming back. She says in the
Ah.
chat box, "Ooh,
Well, we learned something in the next episode
we
too.
learned something we're going to chat about."
Hmm.
Yeah, something very interesting.
Hmm.
They just threw it out there.
Oh,
They
they
just
sure
threw it out
did.
there.
I was like, oh,
I know.
okay.
It was just this one liner,
Yep.
and then they quickly switched to the next scene.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Janet says to her boss, "You aren't considering anyone within the organization?" So Janet is obviously upset because she was wanted
Mhm.
to be considered for this chief of staff job. Janet asked James for advice on how to handle what is happening at the clinic with her coworker. He tells her to pretend she is an eagle. I didn't quite
Yes.
get this, but I went with it.
I understood it.
You understood it?
Yeah. He's
Uh,
Go ahead, finish, and then I'll tell you what I think.
all right. He tells her, pretend you're an eagle and that you're flying over the town. He asks, how does everything feel from up in the air?
Hmm.
She says, like everything is going to work out as it should. And then Willis walks up and tells them how happy he is that he and his family are all back together on the ranch and everyone's getting along. Okay, so what were you going to say about this eagle thing? She's flapping her wings,
So
pretending she's flying.
the way I took it was sometimes when you're on the same level of what's going on, you
Hmm.
can't like work your way through it because you can't see where it's going to go in a sense. But if you're up above the situation and you look at it from a different perspective,
Oh, I see.
you know what I mean? Then
Hmm.
you can kind of see, oh, it could go this way, it could go that way, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's all going to work out.
Oh, I
So
gotcha.
that's the way I looked
I
at it
see.
anyway.
A different perspective. I see.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at things from a different angle. Okay, I get it.
You
Okay.
you can interpret that many ways. I also thought too, like, um, because it's such a faith-based show that, sometimes when you're way up here, you don't see all the stuff at the bottom either that's going on behind the scenes that are going to make it
Hmm.
work out. So you just have to trust yourself, when you are up here and worrying about it, but you don't have to, because again, it'll all work out. So that's kind of
Hmm.
how I was interpreting it. So anyway.
Okay. All right. All right. Now we have to get into the cowboy church. This is
Hmm.
another confusing storyline I got going on here. Because they're talking about building this cowboy church in the barn. But correct me if I'm wrong. They already had the cowboy church built in the barn in the last episode because that's where they baptized the Hedges baby.
They did, but now that they've made official in the town, that has to be bigger.
Oh, you
So they
think it
had
has to
to,
be bigger?
yes, they have to build on so that more of the community can come. Because
Oh,
I don't think it was like mass announced. You know what I
no,
mean? Like, I don't
no, it
think
wasn't.
every,
No,
yeah. So now it's
no.
mass announced. Basically, everybody's going to know about it. And so they have to make it bigger for more people to come.
But they went in that barn, and everything that was there in the last episode is completely gone. The barn's empty. It's like
Yes.
all the pews they had set up and all the decorations and all the church stuff
Yeah,
is all
they're
gone.
they're making it bigger. They were fixing the roof, so they had to take everything out. Uh,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I
Okay.
looked at that. Yeah, they're making it bigger. They were reinforcing the beams and all of that, and the next episode, and making it
Oh, okay.
bigger, and before, because
Oh.
he made mention in that next episode that they had to have it ready for the Easter sermon.
Mhm.
And so usually
Mhm.
Easter a lot of people come. So I think that's why they're expanding it, making sure it's big enough for everybody to come.
Oh, you think that's what's going on? Oh, okay. I thought
Mhm.
the writers just forgot what happened in the last episode, is what I thought.
No.
Because I'm
I mean,
like,
I guess they could, but I'm looking at it from Easter's coming, so they have to make it bigger. Yes.
okay.
Kind of like, build it and they will come, that kind of thing.
All right. Well, that makes more sense then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because they tore it down and like now they got to rebuild it. I'm like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
So James goes to the cafe and talks to Maggie.
Mhm.
Tells Maggie about the cowboy church, even though she's already been there for the baptism. She was there for it. He says he is thinking of expanding. Oh, there you go. Expanding and
Mhm.
getting the word out. So she
Yes.
offers to get flyers made for him
Mhm.
by the person who makes flyers for her cafe. So James, Nathan, and Lewis are in the barn talking about getting ready for the cowboy church. And once again, while I was watching the episode, I'm thinking, well, it already was ready, but all right.
See, you should have talked to me first, Chad. I would
Yeah,
have
I
set you
should have.
straight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see. Amy's at the Newman Ranch. Oh, yeah, Amy's over at the Newman Ranch.
Mhm.
She's handing out these flyers that Maggie had made up to promote this cowboy church. Daniel walks up and tells one of the ranch hands about Uncle Jackson calling. And Amy says to herself, Jackson Newman. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Well, yeah,
Oh, so apparently Amy and Jackson have some history, you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
Don't know what yet, but she didn't say it like in a bad way though either. She just said, "Oh, I haven't heard that name in a while."
Yeah. I
You know what I
wonder.
mean? Like if there
Uh
was
huh.
bad blood between them, like she would have been like, "Oh, really? Wow, that." Yeah, you know
Mm
what I mean?
hmm.
I think her attitude would have been different. So
Uh
I'm
huh.
wondering what that dynamic is right there.
So,
Mm-hmm.
two things either they've had bad blood in the past,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe they were an item in the past.
Could be.
Could be. We don't know.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. So then Lewis and Nathan install a window in the barn for the cowboy church. James hosts a service where he preaches about staying in your lane. So he does host a service before the Easter
Mm-hmm.
service because he does
Yes.
host a service here. And then Nathan gives him well, that's the name of the episode, Staying in Your Lane. So
Mm-hmm.
Nathan gives him a donation box that he made, and
Mm-hmm.
James asks him to build a cross for the
Mm-hmm.
wall inside the church. All right, so now we have Maggie's mother. We meet a new character here, Maggie's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, we got Maggie. Did you notice Maggie apparently has a new back patio for the Daisy May?
Yeah, I thought it looked different. Remember, because before it had all the lights and it looked like it was all wood, It doesn't look
and
like that
and
anymore.
before you could see the street in the
Yes.
background. Let's
Yes.
see. All right, well, I got some more. I got some screenshots here.
Boy, you were playing investigator on this one.
Oh wait, we'll get to that one later. All right, we got to get to this one. All right, so there's the front of the Daisy May Cafe,
Yes.
and you can see there's no eating area in the front,
No.
right?
Mm-hmm.
No. But then magically in this episode right here, there's an eating area in the front of the cafe, and
Oh,
you can see the main street right there. The street right
oh
there
yeah, you're right.
in the background, because that's where Newman or Daniel was
But was
having
she
lunch.
at the Daisy May though?
Yeah, she was, because she and Janet walked out the front door in this episode.
Oh.
And that's when Janet sees Daniel having lunch with the lawyer, the attorney.
Oh, that's from the other episode. You're right.
Yeah, having lunch with what's her name's attorney. I forget the woman's name.
Oh.
Martha, Martha's attorney. And you
Go
can
back
see
to
this
that other picture. Let me
you
see
can
the
see
other
the
picture.
street there. Wait, what?
Yeah. Go
Oh,
back
this
to that first
picture?
picture.
Yeah, there's the front of the Daisy May Cafe. That's what they always show.
Okay, so I wonder if the top of that could be one of them like pull out patio.
I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make everything make sense. That's what you're trying to
I
do.
really am. I'm trying really hard, Chad. I really am. But I don't I think you're right. But what's that stuff in the back there though? Off to the right back there on that photo. What's that stuff off to the right? Like what is
Yeah,
that? Are
that's
those
the
chairs
business
and
next
tables?
door, because there's a
Oh.
sign above it that says Kelly's. That says Kelly's. I
Oh.
don't know what Kelly's
Okay.
mean. That's like
Okay.
another business. But yeah, I see what you mean. There's some tables and chairs set up. So I was thinking maybe those are Maggie's tables and chairs, but I don't know. But also,
Yeah.
in this picture here, you see they got like this wooden ceiling above
Yeah.
them,
Mhm.
and like
That can be rolled out.
there's wooden rails
Yeah,
behind
there
Daniel there,
is. Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
don't see any of that in this picture.
Uh-uh. And you're sure that they were walking out of the Daisy May in that clip?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And
Okay.
even in previous episodes, remember Janet and Eric were having lunch out on that eating area, and they were eating
Yeah.
like muffins or cookies or something. I don't know. And
Yeah,
that's where
that's
Eric.
true.
That's where Eric ends things with, or that's where Janet ends things with Eric, is on
Yes.
that
So
eating
maybe
area.
she's got a side door we don't
And
know.
you. So I'm thinking she doesn't have a kitchen, and she
Mm-hmm.
has a disappearing and reappearing eating area up
Patio.
front. I think she's like Samantha Stevens on Bewitched. She can just make stuff happen.
Maybe she's like one of those Weeble Wobble houses. Remember that you could lift up and they would change the scenery and hey, yeah, I have no words for that, Chad. I don't.
No, the filmmakers here weren't thinking that we were gonna screenshot everything and do a deep dive into everything going on here.
I mean, but you know what? When you got Chad and Cricket, I mean, it's just gonna happen. I'm sorry, guys.
I know. So, all right. So here's the front. Well, supposedly the front, and then here's the back. This is the new eating area she apparently has in the back, and this has to be the back because there's green grass and there's wilderness
Yeah.
all over the place. So this has to
Mhm.
be the back of the cafe.
Now that's more realistic to me than the other because I
Yeah.
remember they
Yeah.
had all the lights put in and it was all wooded. So that
Mm-hmm.
one is more realistic, and I would believe that one more than the other one for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I think is that my last slide? I think that's my last slide. Yeah, that's the last slide. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yep. Yeah, that one makes more sense. Okay. So she can't afford a kitchen, but she can afford to build a new back patio for
Yes.
people to eat on. The Hedges stop by with their baby, which we just saw in that last
Mm.
screenshot. Maggie tells them she is worried about her mother. She says she doesn't have enough time to check on her while running the cafe, so Tina offers to check on her for her, and Maggie insists on paying her. So Tina just picked up a little part-time job here. So then Maggie, James, and the Hedges, they go visit Maggie's mother. And we find out where the Hedges are from. Like you said, Indiana. They are from Evansville, Indiana.
Yes, which is south from where I live.
Yes, it's an actual place. Have you ever been to
It is.
Evansville?
I have.
Oh, you have. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Is it a long way from you?
I want to say it's like 2 to 3 hours away from me.
Oh,
Maybe
okay. It is a good.
it's a
Okay.
little way. Yeah.
All right. It is a good distance. Okay. All
Mhm. I think it's a
right.
college town. I just kind of was there for only a little bit back in high school, actually.
Oh, is there a college there?
Yeah, there was. So in high school, one of my friends was dating a guy from college there. And so we drove down one weekend and stayed the night down there and then drove back home the next day. So
Oh,
that was
okay.
the extent of me being in Evansville, but I have been there, so I can say that.
Oh, okay. All right. So during this visit, Maggie's mother gets dizzy on him. And later, James is outside strumming his guitar, and Maggie comes up. She says, "You have a gift for music, and you should share that gift with the community." So she suggests having an open mic night at the cafe. Maggie asks Janie, the singer at the country singer at the general store, if she will host it. Maggie asked Janet to do a house call on her mother since her mother got dizzy. Yeah. So apparently, this Janie girl, she made a little appearance in the baptism episode where she sang a song. I guess she's been bumped up to a cast member now.
Yeah, well, she was in that one what was it? Christmas singing thing with Jonathan Stoddard, remember?
Yeah. That special Christmas
Crossroad
special
Springs or
that they
whatever.
did.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep. So I guess we're going to see her more often. We do. We see her in this episode and the next episode.
Yeah.
The next story we got going on here, Daniel modernizing the Newman Ranch, like I mentioned before. He stops by the general store and talks to Janie. He says he is looking to buy a no-till seeder.
Hmm.
Oh, let's see.
Did you look that up, Chad? Because I didn't know what that was.
I did look it up. Yeah, it's a way to um, till the soil without using seed. It's um, what did I say? It's you don't have to use seed. I don't know. Somehow it's got like look at a picture. I looked at a picture. It's got like these prongs on it, and I don't know. It's
Yeah.
I can't remember. It was like a couple weeks ago when I read about it. Now I can't remember exactly how it exactly works.
Okay. I was just curious because I when he was talking about that, I'm like, ooh, I need to look that up, and I never did. So I was just curious.
It's yeah, I guess it seeds. It's puts seed down, I guess, but you don't have to like normally you guess you have to rough up the
Yeah.
soil with some other piece of equipment and then you
Yeah.
put the seed down.
I got you after the
This
fact or
thing
something.
you can I guess you can put the seed down without having to rough up the soil or something like that. I guess it
Okay.
does it all at once or something. I don't know. I forget
Okay.
exactly.
Hey.
Oh, Daniel, get another phone call with Daniel on the phone with Uncle Jackson. He tells him he's going to start some new ranching strategies on the Newman Ranch. Uncle Jackson says, "No way. You need to run any changes by me." Daniel says, "You know oil. You know nothing about ranching." And then Daniel hangs up on him.
Hmm.
So apparently Jackson's in the oil business.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's located in
Well,
Texas.
yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
kind of thought that,
Yeah.
because it looks like, Patrick Duffy. Uh,
That's right. That's right.
so yeah, that doesn't surprise me that he knows oil. I mean, I could
Yeah.
see his character being a part of the oil business.
Hmm. And that was pretty much the seventh episode. That's pretty much everything that happened there.
Hmm.
Then we get in the eighth episode where not a lot happened. A lot happened in the seventh episode, but not much happened in this eighth episode. Like you said, this was one of those episodes that was kind of slow moving and not a lot happened. Yeah.
It's still to me that was impactful, and when we get to the one scene, I'll tell you why.
Yeah. It had a couple good scenes. Yeah. Can you take a guess at what the title of this episode is?
No,
No.
goats. I
Yeah,
don't know.
that was pretty much the episode. Yeah, it's titled The Divine Search.
Oh, okay.
What's the divine search?
The water.
Oh, the water. Is that what the divine search is?
That's
Oh,
what I'm
okay.
thinking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in this
Or is it
episode,
that?
what's that?
Or is it?
Or is it? Oh, okay.
Maybe it is
Okay.
something else.
The synopsis says as Easter nears, faith and family are tested in Crossroad Springs when Willis's relentless search for water sparks tension. A new doctor challenges Janet's authority, and an open mic night unites the community in grace and song.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, Melissa says in the chat the baby goat was cute. Yeah, he was cute.
Yeah, he was, but he was
Actually,
loud.
yeah. Actually, I think it was a female. Doesn't Aunt
It was
Amy says it
still,
was it
yeah.
says it was a female. So in
Hmm.
this episode, Lewis fractures his arm. Daniel finds a goat. Maggie and James have two romantic scenes together, but no action occurs. And then we
Yeah.
get the open mic night at the cafe. That's pretty much all that happened, really.
Yeah.
The storylines from the last episode kind of continue.
Hmm.
James gets upset with Willis because Willis is going out in his golf cart to look for water underground. James says, "I thought we were going to wait for the updated water table." Willis says he ain't waiting. Mason has given him hope, he says. So Willis goes out and kind of digs with his hands
Hmm.
and says he finds wet soil. So this is what confused me about this. If you have water, you can't have water or a stream running underground. There's dirt on top of it. Like if you have like the
Yeah.
stream and you
No, you
cover it up
can.
with dirt, the
You
stream's
still
no
can.
more.
No,
What?
you still can. My house sits on like lower, there's water below me because I have a basement and I have a sump pump because the water comes up and it will
Oh,
flood my
really?
basement. Hmm. So yeah, you can.
Oh, you
It's just
can?
down lower than most of the sediment rock, but it can be there. Yes, it can still.
Oh. Oh, I thought once it got covered up with dirt, it kind of ended the water flow.
It
Oh.
just, it's probably, and I don't know how it does it, but I can only relate it because of my house. Um,
Oh.
so to me, I didn't question that because I'm like, oh yeah, it's kind of like my house.
Oh, okay. I was thinking in order to have water running underground, you'd have to have one of those metal tunnels,
You would think, right? I mean,
yeah, with water running through it.
right, right.
Yeah.
Because I always think about my house. I'm like, oh my gosh, is my house going to sink? Because if
Yeah.
there's water
Yeah.
underneath, how is it still standing? But
Yeah.
somehow, some way, it does, and I don't know either. So
Yeah. How do you have a basement?
I don't know exactly. Oh, that's why my sump pump, I had to get a new one because man, I tell you, if I don't have my sump pump, even like when the power goes off, my
Uh-huh.
basement start flooding, and I mean, you can swim down there. That's how much water gets in there.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. All right.
I mean, there's definitely is, and if it rains in that, it's
Mm-hmm.
really, so that's why I got to have it.
Yeah. Okay. So the new doctor story continues. Janet calls Amy and says, "Guess what? Layla is your new doctor, and she is also Dad's new doctor as well."
Yep.
Janet is trying to keep some of her patients under her care, but Layla won't let her. Layla gets on her case for making that house call to Maggie's mother.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis, he gets hurt, fractures his forearm getting the cowboy church ready. He falls off some pew that he's standing on or something. I'm not
Yeah.
sure why they included that story in this episode because it didn't really. I didn't quite. I mean,
I think it was kind of like, I don't know if it was just trying to prove a point of, um I don't know, because when James asked him, "Are you did this all by yourself?" Like, and he goes, "Yeah." Like, where's the other guy? Is it Mason? Where's
where's
Mason
Nathan?
at?
Yeah.
Nathan, yes. I'm like, where's Nathan then? Because what is he doing? And why was he doing it all alone? And then, James is like, "Well, I'll be right back." And then, he just goes ahead and starts doing work again. And I don't know. I didn't understand that scene either, other than the
Uh-huh.
fact he was just trying to do as much as he could because he was so grateful for the opportunity. But at the same time, it's almost like, now that he's injured, he has to sit back and relax. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a message there, but
Yeah.
I don't
The only
get
thing
it.
I could think of is they wanted someone close to Janet to get injured so that he would have to go to the clinic and then Layla would have to get on her case about it.
Yeah,
That,
maybe.
that's what I was thinking.
Could be.
because he goes to the clinic and Layla tells Janet that he needs to wait his turn,
Yes.
that her family's employees don't get preferential treatment.
Yeah. So
So I
yeah,
think that's
yeah,
may have why they had him injure his arm,
yeah.
to create more conflict between Layla and Janet, maybe.
Could be. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of.
Hmm.
Because really, it doesn't really add much else to the to
Well,
what's
and
going
I
on.
thought too, well, maybe they wanted him to get injured because maybe Nathan's still working on that cross, and maybe Nathan has to be the one, and maybe there's going to be a storyline with him and that cross, and they only want him in there versus having both of them. Maybe I don't know.
Oh, well, okay.
Maybe I'm
Hmm.
speculating, obviously, but
So this is the scene here where you mentioned earlier.
hmm,
Janet finds out that Layla went to school with Eric,
yeah.
and then Layla quickly shuts up about it and walks away.
No, she said, "Do you want a coffee? Coffee?
Yeah.
Coffee?"
So what's your theory on Layla and Eric? I'm dying to hear this.
Well, I think Janet's wondering what the heck is going on right about now because one, why didn't Eric tell her about Layla? Okay, if
Mm-hmm.
they went to school together and they were that good of friends.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was a past boyfriend or girlfriend, and
Yeah.
Eric never told her.
Uh-huh.
And then
Uh-huh.
my question is, did Eric know that Layla was coming to Crossroad Springs when he left?
Oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
Oh.
They were that close. Who's to say he wasn't still talking to her?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we don't know if they were close yet. All she says is she went to school with him. That's all she
Yeah.
says.
Well,
Yeah.
and I kind of feel like Layla is like picking at Janet because she knows that
Yeah.
him and Janet were together.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And maybe
Yeah.
Eric broke up with Layla to go with Janet.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was something going on between Layla and Eric when they were in school.
Yep.
And I think Layla does not like Janet
Mm-hmm.
because I think Eric ended things with her to take up with Janet, just like you said.
Yep.
I think that's what's going to happen. I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
I can see the writing on the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Janet's sitting there like thinking to herself, like, what the heck has just happened? Like, oh wow, this is a whole new dynamic that I wasn't expecting.
Uh huh.
And I'm like, it makes sense though why she's coming down on her and why she wants to be the top dog, if you
Uh
will,
huh.
Nick. Because she got dumped by Eric, so she's got to prove herself, and be the macho girl, or whatever. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This is all really interesting. This
I
is. I
know.
think this stuff at the clinic's like my favorite story going on
Yeah,
right now.
right. It's just good. Like you're like, ooh, what's going on there?
I know.
So it
I
is.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then in this episode, the cowboy church doesn't exist again, even though they had a service in it last episode. It's gone again in this episode.
They're remodeling, Chad.
Yeah, I guess so. Lewis is trying to get the barn ready for the service, and that's when he falls off the bench and fractures his forearm, like I mentioned before. So what do they do? Do they break down the cowboy church after every service? They just get rid of it and then rebuild it when they're going to use it again? I don't know.
Well, I think they left it because it was very minimal in the other episodes. There was only a few pews in there.
Right.
I think that maybe they just put them up. Like if you only have like six pews, you can just put them up against the wall and you can sweep it
Yeah.
out, do whatever.
Yeah.
But now they're making it way bigger, so it'll be
Yeah.
interesting to see how they take it apart in the episodes after Easter. You
I don't.
know,
Yeah,
so
maybe they use the barn in between services or something. I don't
maybe,
know.
yeah,
Yeah,
maybe,
could be. I don't know. But every episode, it's it's not there, and then they build it, and then they have a service, then it's gone. The next episode, it's like
yeah.
disappearing
I do
and
like the window
reappearing.
though. I do like the new window.
Yeah, the window. Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It'll be cool when they get the cross up there next to the window
Yes, it's
too.
gonna be beautiful in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure. With that light coming in, I'm sure it's gonna look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So back to Maggie's mother. James and Maggie have a romantic scene at Maggie's mother's house.
Yes,
And
they do.
I'm thinking, when they were outside standing by the car.
Yes.
Now, did you think what I was thinking? I thought that Maggie thought James was going to kiss her.
That's exactly what I thought Maggie was thinking, because I was thinking it too, and I went, "Oh my gosh, is he gonna kiss her?" And she's
Yeah,
looking at him like,
I have
what's
I
happening
have
right
that
now?
the screenshot here of the look. There's the look in her
Yes,
eyes.
there's the look. Yes,
She
yes,
he's holding that box, and he puts that box down,
yes, on
and
the car.
he like grabs her hands,
Yeah,
and she gets this look on her face like, oh my gosh, he's gonna kiss me.
yeah, yeah. I agree, Chad. I thought the same thing.
That's what I
I
was
thought
thinking.
the same thing.
But no, he just says a prayer instead.
He does, but I have to tell you, even though I was expecting that kiss, that when he grabbed your hands and then he started praying, I was like, "Oh," like, I wasn't that let down because he didn't kiss her, because I don't know, there was something there that just kind of clicked in that moment with them 2.
Hmm.
Because he was saying that prayer for her, and, granted, I'm a love bug, whatever you wanna call me, but I was hoping for the kiss, I'm not gonna lie, but I think that it was something that was unexpected, and it really made that scene really cool, actually, because
Hmm.
we're expecting one thing, but then something
Right.
happened
Something
that
else
was
happened.
beautiful. That was
Yeah.
very beautiful, and so
Uh-huh.
it was nice. It was nice.
It was kind of like all the interrupted kiss scenes that you see in all these movies. you know?
Yes, but I think this one was more of a shock,
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
At
Hmm.
least those, you can read it coming. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
Uh-huh.
paused so long that I thought, "Oh man, he's
Uh-huh.
really about this,"
Uh-huh.
"Oh man, he's gonna do this," and then he doesn't.
Yeah, and then after, I think it was after he says the prayer, yeah, it was. She starts crying.
Yes.
And I'm thinking she was crying because he didn't kiss her.
Well, and I'll be honest, because when she was crying, I was expecting him to her tears away and like give her a hug or something, but he didn't. He just walked in with her. I was like, "Oh well, that was a great thing you did, but now you're leaving her
Yeah,
crying and
he
sad
he
now."
walks back over and picks up the box. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he does.
yeah,
Yes, and
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
"Okay, you could have hugged her or something
I know you could have.
for a little bit of
I
action
know.
here,
She's got
right?"
tears rolling down her face. You could have given her
Yeah,
like a little hug.
yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Then they have another romantic scene at the cafe when they're setting up for the open mic night. They talk about how food and faith go together because she's into food and he's into faith, and they're talking
yes,
about how the two go together, and
they go
kind of
together.
kind of talking about how the two of them go together. Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you could really tell that there was some talk play going on there.
Oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah. You could definitely tell. Yeah, you could feel the
Uh-huh.
electricity in the air for sure.
Yeah. I have to say they do have good chemistry together. They really do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
the way he looks at her sometimes and she looks at him, it's like, oh yeah, we know where this is going.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. They only have two more episodes left
I know,
of this
right?
season.
Well, they better have
I
another
asked her
season.
before if something was going to happen or not.
Yeah, that's true. Do we know if
Uh,
there's
what?
season after this one?
What's that?
Do we know if there's another season after this one?
They haven't announced it, but I'm assuming there's going to be. I don't think they've announced it
Two.
yet.
4 episodes isn't enough time.
No, yeah, no, no. Daniel's still arguing with Uncle Jackson about these new farming techniques, and then they introduced something new here. They talk about land transfer rules, and Uncle Jackson says, I know what you did to get that workaround to avoid penalties about the land transfer rules. So I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah,
Um,
I didn't understand that either.
yeah, I didn't quite understand what was happening.
I'm wondering if it had to do with that lawyer or something.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. If it has something to do with the quarry,
Right, I don't know. Or if it's his whole ranch. I don't know.
or if it's the Red Oak Ranch, I don't know. I don't know what's happening here.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
and then Uncle Jackson says he has a secret, but he won't tell Daniel what it is. He says in all due time or something like that. He won't say
yeah.
what it is, but he says something like I have a secret or something.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, I don't know what's going on. So this is interesting. I don't know what these land transfer rules are. Apparently Daniel did something to avoid penalties. I wonder if it has something to do with the. Remember how they said they needed paper to file paperwork with the government? Remember to get the rights to the quarry.
Oh yeah, maybe he didn't do that.
So maybe,
Maybe,
yeah, maybe it has something to do with that paperwork with the government.
yeah, maybe he got that land, but he didn't do it the right way.
Yeah, yeah, it could be.
From maybe because yeah, because even if they were going to get that land, they said that they had to go through that government part first
Yeah, they had to
to
apply to
make
the
sure it was
government.
all on the
Yeah,
up and up, and
yeah,
then they could get the sale. So
yeah,
yeah,
because the government owned part of the land, so they had to apply, fill out some application with the government in order to get that. Yeah. So I'm maybe that's what's going on. That's what I'm guessing. In this episode, also Daniel finds the goat that we mentioned before. And I'm not sure why this was part of the episode. I guess to show like a softer side of Daniel.
well, isn't there like for Easter Sunday, there's always something about a lamb, even though it's a goat. I was wondering if they were trying to do like
Oh, really?
comparison. I don't know. That was just me thinking outside the box because that's what I do. But in order to show that, kind of like what you're saying, that Daniel has a soft spot, but that he's committed to making sure something gets done.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
like gets taken care of, like he does
Mm
have a softer side. He is going to make sure this goat, even though he could keep it and do whatever, he did the right thing. He put up a flyer,
hmm.
trying
Mm
to see if
hmm.
he owns this goat. So I think Daniel tries to do the right thing. I think that he's just caught in a family dynamic where they've never done the right thing and he's the odd man out,
Uh huh.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah. He goes to the general store there and has Janie, the country music singer, put up a sign to try to find the owner of the goat, like you mentioned. He wants to find the owner. She convinces him to come to the open mic night at Maggie's Cafe, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I don't think the Hamiltons would want me there."
Hmm.
Amy rides up in a golf cart on the Newman Ranch and sees Daniel with this goat, and that's when she tells him it's a female goat.
Hmm.
They exchange insults, and she mentions him stealing the quarry from them. And he says, "Oh, come on, you know that quarry deal was a long time coming."
Hmm.
And then she gives him a subtle hint about
Yep.
the water under their land and says, "You never know which way the
Which way
wind's
the
going to
wind blows.
blow."
That's right.
And then he pauses for a long time
Trying to figure out what he
and he
meant.
thinks and he says to himself, "What's that supposed to mean?"
Hmm.
That was
Yeah,
funny. That was funny. I
yeah.
like that.
I think that's like the second subtle hint. Because didn't Willis give him
Yeah.
a hint too?
Willis gave him a little hint earlier. You're right. Yeah.
So he's trying
He
to take
didn't pick up
advantage.
on he didn't pick up on the first
No,
hint.
I don't think
Yeah.
so either.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
But he definitely heard that one.
Hmm.
And then this episode ends with this open mic night. Janet and James are rude to Daniel. James is nice at first and says, "Hey, Daniel, good to see you here." But then he turns rude. Daniel says, "I don't see your father here."
Hmm.
He said, because Daniel says, "Oh, I came to support the Cowboy Ranch, but I don't see your father supporting or the Cowboy Church." And he says, "I don't see your father here supporting the Cowboy Church." James gets in his face and says, "What our father does is his own business, not yours." So I didn't like that James was like rude to Daniel.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say I was on Daniel's side on this one because, him being who he is, he decided he was going to go ahead and go and know the consequences, obviously. But he made the choice to go and he walked up to, is her name Lainey? Is it Lainey?
Janie.
Janie,
Janie.
sorry.
Yeah.
And he walked up to her and she's like, "Hey, you made it," and he's like, "Yeah, I want to support." And he even told James when James, approached him. But then Janet, like, totally is rude and mean. And I mean, I get that there's a lot of tension there from previous. But the whole point of this Mike night was to promote the church,
Yeah.
Cowboy
Yeah.
Church. So why would you bring in the animosity,
Mm-hmm.
to start an argument with somebody who you're supposed to be letting in to forgive in a way? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt bad for Daniel because he was like,
Uh-huh.
he was bullied in a sense to me.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
being bullied in a way, and I felt bad for him. But then, he turned on them too and said, "Where's your dad?" So he was putting his digs in too. But yeah,
Yeah,
it felt
after Janet said something. Yeah,
yeah. But I
yeah.
felt like Pastor James should have handled that a lot differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like you said, they were there to promote a cowboy church,
Mm.
and a church is all about forgiveness, and
Yes.
so I
Yeah.
didn't like that they like attacked him.
Yeah, I didn't like that
Yeah.
either, to be honest. I was a little upset by it. I was hoping that when Janet did that, because it looked like, Pastor James was going to say, "Stop, Janet, this is not what it's here for." But then when Daniel said what he said, he changed his whole demeanor and he attacked him basically in that moment. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, not attacked him, but defended his father, basically. You know what I mean? So I just
Mm-hmm.
felt like that should have. And then I almost thought when, Pastor James was talking after, like, I'm sorry that happened. I was hoping he would go and try to find Daniel and apologize,
Uh-huh.
because that would have been
Uh-huh.
the Christian thing to do, in my opinion. But
Right, because after Daniel left, James says like,
yes,
I don't know what happened there, or I don't know why I did that, or something like that.
right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was hoping that would have went differently, but it did.
Mm-hmm. But
Maybe
I
that's
did
next episode, maybe.
but I did have to laugh because Daniel had another good comeback, like he did in the earlier first part of the season. He says, always a good time
Yeah.
after they were rude to him.
Yeah.
He says, always a good time, and turns around and walks away.
Always a good time. And it's so funny though, it's true.
Just that's like he said to Amy in the first episode, always a pleasure.
Always a
Remember
pleasure.
that
That's
line?
right. Yep.
This was another one of those lines.
Yep. They should make t-shirts. So if anybody's listening out there, we want a Crossroad Springs t-shirts with all
Yeah,
the little one-liners, for
from
Daniel.
Daniel.
Hmm.
Yeah, yep. And that wrapped up the eighth episode.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, as far as all these stories, like we mentioned before, I like this new Doctor storyline. I think the Corey storyline's getting good.
Yes.
Like I said, I thought the seventh episode was a strong one. It moved the stories along and presented some new ones,
Yes.
and some new characters. And like I said, the eighth episode was kind of weak. Not much happening there. So are Tina and Lewis, do you think they're still staying at Red Oak, or are they back in their own place?
No, I think they're still in the foreman's house.
Oh, you think so? I
Yeah.
couldn't tell. It showed that one scene, and I don't know where
I
they
no, I
were.
think they're still there.
Oh,
Because we
okay.
were talking about the blessings of, the family helping them and everything.
Yeah.
They said they were back on their feet. But I mean, I guess I couldn't tell either, but I just assumed that they were still there because he's working on the ranch. And they
Mm-hmm.
didn't show them moving or anything or that I remember.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know either. It did not look like the apartment from before, so or the condo
Yeah.
or they had. So
Okay. Okay. Now we got to chat about this. What do you think about Daniel and Janie? They were
yes,
awfully
picked up
friendly.
on
They,
that.
they were
Yes,
awfully friendly in this
yes,
episode.
they were. Yes, the very first interaction when they were in the general store and he was asking her to order that, and she goes, "Okay," and she was really nice. But then the next
Mm-hmm.
episode,
Mm-hmm.
they were really friendly because he was like flirting with her a little bit, in the store, I think it was, or wherever he saw her next. I can't remember if it was at the store or not.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if that was the next episode where she asked him to come to open mic night. Well, you
Mm-hmm.
should,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and she kept trying to convince him to come, and he ended up coming. So
Yeah. And I forget what they said to each other at the open mic night. They had some words
yes, yes.
that yeah. Yeah. We you see that we this whole time we were talking about
Janet,
Daniel and Janet getting together, but it could be Daniel and Janie, maybe.
maybe, yeah, it could be. Or they
Yeah.
had history or something too. Maybe he had a crush on her when he was little or something. Who knows?
I don't know, but that was pretty interesting. I picked up on a few sparks
Yeah, I
there.
did. I did pick up on that. I'm like, ooh, they're throwing this new relationship in the mix here.
Yeah, or maybe we'll be get a love triangle.
Oh,
between
maybe.
Janet, Janie, and Daniel. How's that?
Ah, oh yeah, that's true.
You know how these fans love triangles, right?
Oh, exactly, exactly, exactly. Oh,
Uh,
yeah, I'm waiting for somebody in the church to start liking Pastor James too. Like you never know there when the community starts coming in who's going to be a new character.
oh,
Mm,
oh,
yeah.
oh.
Y-
All right. I think we're up to our mystery item, right?
You go ahead because I could not find the one I wanted to do for the first episode. So I did make something, but it's not exactly the same, but I'll let you go first.
Oh, okay. All right. So my mystery item is. Can you see it in the light? The lights.
Egg?
Hold on. Can you see it?
Is it an egg? Yeah, an egg.
It's an Easter egg. Because if you noticed, Janet had a big Easter egg sitting on her desk at the clinic
Yes, she
in
did.
both episodes.
Hmm. Yeah, so mine was a toss up. The first episode, I really couldn't find anything I wanted to bring and then anything that I had. So I wasn't going to bring one that night because maybe I was, but I don't remember what that one was. But I think it was a bandana, was what I was going to bring in the first one, and I couldn't find it.
A bandana. Who was wearing a bandana?
Willis, he wears one all the time, a blue one.
Willis. Oh, okay.
He always
Okay.
has it tied around his neck. So I was going to wear my red one, but I couldn't find it.
Oh,
But that
okay.
was going to be my mystery item for the first episode. But the second one,
What?
um, so it's sweet tea.
Wait, who was drinking sweet tea? Wait.
Somebody was drinking sweet tea. I remember they poured
Oh,
it
were
on.
they?
They were at a table.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
remember who it was, but somebody had sweet tea.
You're right. I do remember someone saying something about sweet tea, and I do
Yep.
remember someone pouring a glass. You're right. I forget who that was or where it was, but yeah, you're right.
So I have sweet tea.
It could have been at Maggie's mother's house, maybe.
Maybe,
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm not sure. It
Yeah.
could have been.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I gotta check the chat. Victoria says something. We think they all had history with other. Chad and I thought the same thing about the triangle. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think a lot of them grew up in the same, if they're in the same town, they probably went to school together.
Oh yeah. They all had to know each other.
Yeah, so I was thinking with what's her name? Willis's sister. What's her name again? Um Aunt, what's her name?
What? Amy.
Amy, thank you. Don't get old, Chad, because you forget stuff that easy. Aunt Amy, I think because of Jackson, how she was saying Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
think maybe I bet my first instinct was the way that she said what she said was that maybe he picked on her and she beat him up.
She beat up Uncle Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah. Like he pestered her and she like took care of him.
Oh, you think Uncle Jackson was a bully maybe when they were
Yeah,
younger?
maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do, and I think that that's why he's not been around for so long. I don't know, just speculation again, but there's
Hmm.
something there, though. You can't just say that the way she did and
Hmm.
not have a history. So there's
Yeah,
something,
Victoria's saying she thinks they all had history with each other. Yeah, definitely, because they
Mhm.
all have known each other, I think, their entire lives.
Right?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, Victoria also says sweet tea. They must be from the South.
Well, maybe that end of line or whatever it is, it's somewhere south.
Could be south of the border. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they have green grass all year round. I gotta go there.
I know. So that wraps up episode 7th and 8th. The next episode actually premieres tomorrow on Great American Pure Flix and then Sunday on Great American Family. So if I have time, I'll try to catch it tomorrow. I tried to watch it last week's episode. I turned it on at like 6 in the morning on Thursday to watch it, and the
Yes.
episode wasn't up there yet. It wasn't posted yet. So they must I don't know
Oh,
what time they do it, but it must be a different time every week. I don't know.
huh.
But we'll see what's going on.
Yeah. That's a bummer. I remember because you texted me and you said, "Yeah, I'm awake, trying to watch it."
Yeah. 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 Well, Cricket, once again, thanks for being here.
Absolutely.
I knew this was going to be a longer episode because we had to talk about two episodes.
Well, you know the Crossroad Springs channel
Hmm.
that on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the little quote or the little post that they said about our thing? I don't know if it was in the channel or
What?
on one of our posts. They said they can't wait to hear our predictions.
Oh, that was the Crossroad
Yes.
Springs Insta scam account. They have their own
Yes.
account.
Okay, that's what it was. I knew it
Yeah,
was
they,
something.
they commented on one of my posts saying they can't wait to
Yes.
hear what we have to say about the episode.
I know. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's
hopefully we're
funny.
right on some of these.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, roadies, thanks for being here.
Mhm.
And until next week, you keep the faith. Keep smiling, keep your friends close, and keep your great American family closer. We'll see you next time.